Hi. Today's my day off, so it's a perfect day to catch up on some chores around the house. I've made a list. I've got plenty to do. Seems like chores just come looking for me when I'm at home. But out there in the work world, if you want a job, you've got to find one, which is what my friend Fox does in this book, Fox on the Job.
Fox on the Job by James Marshall. Read by Fred Newman. Fox liked to show off for the girls.
Oh, my! Wow,
said the girls. One day, Fox showed off just a little too much.
Look out!
Fox was saved, but his bike was a wreck.
That's all right, he told the girls. I'll just ask my mother for a new one. Now, see here, Fox,
said Mom.
I'm not made of money, and you will just have to get a job if you want a new bike. A job? There must be some other way.
And he went to his little sister.
Louise, dear,
said Fox. But Louise would not help.
I'll scream. I won't forget this. Who needs a bike anyway?
Just then, Carmen rode by.
That does it,
said Fox, and he went to look for a job. Pizza time! Fox saw his friend Dexter coming out of the pizza parlor. You can't fire me, said Dexter. I quit. Fine, said the boss. Maybe my next delivery boy won't eat up all the pizza. Dexter left in a huff, and Fox stepped inside the pizza parlor.
Do you have a job for me?
Do you like pizza? asked the boss.
I prefer hot dogs,
answered Fox. Excellent. Are you fast on your feet?
Oh, like the wind.
Excellent! Ha ha! Take this pizza over to Mrs. O'Hara. She's been waiting a long time. Fox was out the door in a flash. On Homer's Hill, Fox picked up speed.
Ha ha! I'm the fastest fox in town. Ha ha ha!
At that moment, Louise came around the corner. She was taking her pet mice to the vet for their shots. It was quite a crash. Fox, Louise, and everything else went flying. They saw stars.
Now you've done it, said Fox. You've made me late. I really have to step on it.
He hurried off to Mrs. O'Hara's, and Louise went to the vet's. Dr. Jane opened the box.
Where are your pet mice? This looks like a pizza. Uh-oh,
said Louise. Meanwhile, Fox knocked on Mrs. O'Hara's door.
It's about time. I'm having a party, and we're just dying for pizza. It'll be worth the wait. Pizza time,
said Mrs. O'Hara to her friends. She opened the box. Back at the pizza parlor, the boss was hopping mad. Mrs. O'Hara just called. You're fired!
Didn't she like the pizza?
Uh-oh. It doesn't look like Fox is off to a very good start. We'll catch up with him later, but right now, I've got my own work to do.
washing.
Whew. This is really hard work, but it's looking pretty good, don't you think? You know, a job just isn't a job unless you put some effort into it. But if you love what you're doing, it's definitely worth the work.
Hi, I love my job. I've been with the insurance business for 33 years. This job is the best. It's the greatest. You go down 2 blocks to 42nd Street, you make a right, and it's about 3 buildings in. This is Ross, the famous Ross. Famous to me, anyway. Good boy. Dealing with people. Really, dealing with people is the best part of it. I love it. That's not a lie either.
You know how many years I worked here? I wouldn't tell you, because you wouldn't believe it.
Wider, please.
I started this business walking 4 dogs, and now I have 20 people working for me. Walking dogs is a very fine art. It's amazing.
Oh, they're so adorable. Fenway, you're on the wrong side. Fenway, you're still on the wrong side. Fenway.
You have to know how to walk, and not get tripped over by the dogs.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Wait. Woo! Okay, ready?
I love dog walking. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Sophie. I like rolling around with them. I like squeezing them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade this job for anything in the world.
In every job, you must be prepared for the unexpected. I know that, and you know that. But does Fox know that?
The haunted house. Fox walked by the amusement park.
Too bad I don't have money for a few rides.
I heard that, said Mr. Jones, who ran the park. Perhaps you would like a job.
You don't mean it.
Mr. Jones put Fox to work at the haunted house.
What's inside?
Asked Fox. Oh, it's very scary, said Mr. Jones. Fox's first customers were Carmen and her little brother, Clark.
Ticket for the kid.
Aren't you going in?
Asked Fox.
It's not scary enough.
Fox and Carmen waited and waited.
What's taking that kid so long?
Fox wondered.
Maybe he got lost. Why don't you go inside and look for him?
I beg your pardon?
You aren't scared, are you?
Me? Scared?
And Fox went into the haunted house. Inside, it was really something. Welcome to the haunted house, cried a skeleton. Cried a ghost. Cried a vampire. Poor Fox was white as a sheet.
Hi, Fox.
Said Clark.
I'll show you how to get out.
For shame!
Said Fox to Mr. Jones.
That's no place for little kids. I quit. Oh, pooh! They love it.
A bright idea.
This just isn't my day,
said Fox.
but I'm not giving up. I'll think of something.
Just then, he came to a furniture store, and suddenly, he had a bright idea.
Business is bad, Fox,
Said the owner of the store.
I can't give you a job. Maybe you can.
And he told the owner his bright idea. Later that day, Carmen and Dexter were out for a stroll.
Look at that!
Said Dexter. A large crowd was standing in front of the furniture store.
I can't see.
Said Carmen.
Lift me up.
Dexter lifted Carmen above the crowd. What's going on? Dexter asked.
It's Fox.
What a great bed, said someone.
I want one.
Said someone else.
What a great idea.
Said the boss. But Fox was already sound asleep and dreaming of his new bike.
I've heard of sleeping on the job before, but I never thought you could turn sleeping into a job.